Good morning, students. Well, this is Vikas Upadhyay, your science teacher from St. Paul Senior Secondary School. Well, welcome back to another video, which is from chapter number 5 of half-yearly syllabus. The chapter name is Separation of Substance. Separation of substance. Students, in our previous video, I tell you about substances which is mainly made by different kind of material, okay, and also taught you about their physical properties and their chemical properties, okay. So before starting chapter number 5, which is known as separation of substance, we go through the story which is on chapter number 5, okay. So here is the story. Seema made a cup of tea by putting some tea leaves in boiling water and colored piece of ginger, okay. So then she added sugar and milk to it. After that, the tea, when the tea is made, they are separating used tea leaves, ginger and ginger from it, okay. So from this story, have you noticed why they separate ginger and gingers and some leaves which is putting during the made tea? Have you noticed? So from this story, two questions just arise. Why did Seema separate the tea leaf and ginger from the mixture? The second question, what did Seema use to remove the tea leaves and gingers? And third question also arise, did the tea so prepared have the flavor of ginger? Students, all the three questions answer is first answer of your question number first is, why did Seema separate the leaves of tea and gingers from tea? Because they purifying the particular things which is known as tea to able to drink. That is why they separate the leaves of tea and ginger. Second question, what did Seema use to remove the leaf? What did she use to a device which is known as in Hindi chalni, which is used for separating the tea leaves, gingers and whatever material you put during make the tea, okay. Third one, did the tea prepare having the flavor of ginger? Yes, of course. The ginger's flavor having in the tea during made the tea or put the leaves in boiling water. So before all the story, the story which I told you right now, these all are known as separating, which is separate the odd thing from the different things. Yeah, similar things, odd one out, find out from the different thing. And also told about the separation known as the classification, where we put out odd or similar or dissimilar things, which is known as classification, okay. So just as Seema filtered the tea to separate used tea leaves and come across with the other intrinsic we need to separating things, okay. So separation of substance is does for various reasons. There are the various reasons where we use to separate the things from particular things. First one is to remove non-useful or harmful component. To remove non-useful or harmful component. If you're talking about whenever your mom made food in the kitchen, or they just used to made the vegetable with the help of peas. They just tearing the peas to take out the peas and peeling them away. Okay, after peeling, two components comes out. After peeling, two components formed pea cells and pea. Pea cells is not used to make the vegetables, but the peas is used to make vegetable. Pea, tomato, potato and lot of things, mix up of the vegetables. Okay, next is to get the useful component. First one, to remove non-useful or harmful component with the help of separation. Second one, to get the useful components with the help of separation. If we are talking about milk, cream or curd, if it churned, when we churn the milk or milk and milk cream, it separated into butter and buttermilk. But both are useful to us. Okay, so third one is obtaining the pure things from the impure things. Okay, so why do we need this type of separation in our daily to daily life? So let us perform activity 1, which is given to you in your chapter number 5, page number 63 and 4, I don't know. So activity 1, what is the procedure? In the following table, where is observation, you just look at first one, separation process, second one, purpose of which we do the separation, and third one, what do we do with the separated components. So why these all are need? In the following table, a few process separation are given in column. Few process. We can't get the buttermilk and curd with the process of first one, which I told you, to get the harmful and non-useful components. We can't get these all, but all the particular thing having the different kind of separation process. Okay, so first separation process, I just told you, separating stone from rice. What is the purpose for which we do the separation? Why we need to separate the stone from rice? To remove impurities or harmful component, because we can't eat the stone which is mixed up with rice. That is why we need to separate the impurities or harmful component. Third one, what do we do with the separated components? Okay, separated of leaves. To separate seeds from fiber. I just give the example of peas, where we peeling the pea cells and peas. Both are different categories. We can't use the pea cells during making the vegetables in the kitchen, but we use peas when during the making the vegetable in the kitchen. Same as separating the leaves. Separate seeds from the leaves. The example, peels are thrown away. Third one, peeling of fruits. Peeling in Hindi, I don't know you know or not, peeling is chilna. Okay, peeling of fruits. Whenever we eat fruit, your mom and dad or whatever, my mom also peeling the fruits before we eating. Okay, so why? Because we remove non-useful components from useful components. Okay, the components are used for making cloth and vegetable oils. Okay, next and last one, to performing the activity. Why do we performing this activity? Because understanding the process, different process to remove the non-useful or non-useful and useful components. Okay, ginning of cotton. Why do we need to do this process? To obtain useful edible parts, and what is exactly, we threw away the solid components. Next heading is pure substances. As you know, pure in Hindi you can say Shuddh. Okay, a substance made up of only one kind of particle. A substance made up of only one kind of material, only one kind of particle or material, one kind of particle or material are known as pure substances. Okay, so a substance made up only one kind of particle or material are known as pure substance. For example, sugar and common salt. Taking the example, we take example sugar and common salt, because sugar and common salt are made with only one kind of material or particle. Okay, most chemical used in laboratory are pure. In our school you see the library, and most of the chemical which is stored in our lab are pure substances. What is pure substances? All element and component are pure substance which we found from the earth crust. Okay, a pure substance has a definite, well-defined set of properties. Most an important thing, a pure substance has definite. We can't mix up. They are having not mix up with anything. Okay, a pure substance has definite, well-defined set of properties. A sample of pure substance has the same composition throughout. If we talking about sugar having the definite or mainly set of properties, as I told you, the chemical name of glucose is star C6H12O6, as everyone knows that they having a set of properties. C6 carbon molecule having 6, and C6H12 having a hydrogen carbon molecule 12, and O6 oxygen molecule 6. So having the set of properties, we can't mix up and down their properties. If having up and down their properties, we can't say that that product or that substance is a pure substance. Okay, next come with mixture. From the name of mixture, you all just assume that what we talking about a mixture. Mixture is anything about. Mixture, impure substance is a mixture of two or more substances. The heading or definition of the particular mixture is impure substance and impure substance. And impure substance is a mixture of two or more substances. Okay, and impure substance Pure substance and impure substance are opposite to each other. Pure substance having one kind of particle, but impure or mixture substance having a two or more kind of substances. The substances are called constituents or component. That substance known as component or constituent. What is constituent? For example, milk is a mixture of water, cream, calcium, vitamin and so on. What? I'm just give the example. Example of mixture is milk. Example of mixture is milk, which is a mixture of water, vitamin, calcium, cream and so on it. That is when we churn up the milk after a few times, they give us buttermilk, curd and also cheese. Many kind of material we can obtain from the milk. That is why milk considered as a mixture of two components or maybe moreover. Okay. So, and I am talking about another example is air. Air is another example of mixture, because air is a mixture of many gases: carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen. There are a lot of kind of gases present in air. Mainly carbon dioxide is more than any other gases. Okay, seawater is a mixture of salt, water and many kind of substances. Another example is seawater. Another example is seawater. Okay, students. So mixture having also a properties. Just like a pure substance having a properties, like there is only one kind of property, which is known as there is a mixture. There is not a mixture, there is one particular material. Okay, but if you talk about the properties of mixture, there is a lot of properties, but we consider only three properties which is given into your book. So first one is the component of mixture may be mixed in any proportion. There is no fixed how much ratio we considered as during mixturing up. If we talking about a general example, sometime when milk comes in our homes as a 1 liter, but we can make it 2 liter and 2.5 liter. How? We just added 1.5 liter water in it, just become a 2.5 liter. So there is no any criteria how much particular material or substance mixed up with particular substances, but there is no, but we can add whatever how much I want to do or you want to do. Second is the individual components of a mixture. The individual component of mixture retain the own product. They are not going to be converted to another product like a same. Okay. So students, just okay. So there is a third properties of mixture is we can separate it as we mix up the product with the different substance. Similar, we can separate it from mixture by a simple process. If we take an example of water and sugar and water or salt, we can take a general example, water and salt. If we mixing the salt into the water, but after put it the bowl where we mix up the water with salt in open in sun. After some time, the water just evaporate and remaining particle is known as salt. Then this is also also a process to obtain the salt from different kind of sea water. So after known as pure substance and mixture, where pure substance is one kind of material and mixture is a two kind of or more substance, there is a after properties also. There are the two type of mixture. First one is homogeneous. First one is homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture is a constitute cannot be seen distinctly or separately. It's called as a homogeneous mixture. A mixture where a mixture where the constituent component cannot be seen, cannot be distinctly or separately, cannot be distinctly or separately are known as homogeneous mixture. For example, milk and air are homogeneous mixture because in milk there is a many kind of substance of mixture with milk, but we can't see. We can't see of which we can't distinctly or separate are known as homogeneous. There is a lot of many kind of gases mixed up with air, but we can't see. We can't separate it between them. So that is why this is known as homogeneous mixture. Another one is heterogeneous. Second one is heterogeneous. The opposite of homogeneous is known as heterogeneous. A mixture in which the constituent can be seen easily is called homogeneous mixture. Example, when we put some sand into the water and mix up, after some time you can easily see the water and sand separately are known as heterogeneous mixture. For example, I just giving, and another example is grains mix up. And also the first example is from the story tea, which is a mixture of tea leaves and ginger, which we can't easily separate it. Ginger and tea leaves from the tea is known as heterogeneous mixture. Okay, and mixture classified based on the state of constituent. We can't classify it as a normal, this is a heterogeneous, this is a homogeneous, but we can describe or classify it on the basis of their constituent. The constituent may be solid, a solid, solid liquid, solid gas. The constant may be solid, solid gas or solid liquid. Okay.